Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about Lilith. I know that. Hi, Margaret. Thank you for coming in. Looking at the astrology report today, the gravitational report that I made this morning, there's a lot of healing coming in. And this talk about Lilith, by the way, thanks for Ray. That she kind of like sense the energy about the Lilith, sense the things about Lilith. And I will wait a little bit, see if Ray is going to show up uh, for this live session. According to the legends, there was with specifically within the Jewish scripts about Lilith or Lilithu. Uh, they talk about that Lilith repent against God because of Adam. Adam wasn't satisfying her way of the things that needs to be. Her ego was too strong because she wanted specific things from Adam, specifically within the making love situations. Uh, Lilith went against Adam, and they were having a problem. They were having a scandals, and seeking this, got chastised Lilith to flee the paradise. But most likely, she did it on her own because she didn't like it. All this prettiness, she didn't like everything that was there. She didn't like the way it was designed for it, and she took a pride and she thought that she's going to have her divine powers forever. However, God gave her the gift of the psychic abilities, which is highly intuitive. He gave her the divine powers of deeper understandings. Lilith represents with in you is the shadow side. But by giving these powers to Lilith, the shadow sides, she actually didn't use them right. The shadow is to understand the inner, deeper problems, so she can be able to cooperate with Adam and God, not using her ego and use them for her own abilities. That was a huge lesson for Lilith. Did God knew what's going to happen to Lilith? Of course he did when he created her, because that is her lessons to learn. Her biggest lessons she to learn. Hi Sam, or Ray, hi here. It's your favorite subject. However, hi Lisa, hi CF, hi Anne. Thank you so much for it. So Lilith actually walked out of the paradise seeking the revenge, seeking that she wasn't appreciated in the paradise of who she is. She had so much pride of who she is, and kind of like she was looking for her ways was right because she was trusting her gifts, but her gifts were coming from the ego, not from what God gave her. And God punished her to be kind of like full of grace, but not right away. By the way, according to the legend, God went out and sent her three angels. The first two angels, they went out and talked to her. It's like, listen, you are misunderstanding this. It's not right. Okay, you have to go back to Adam. This is your divine counterpart. You have to repent. You have to be your truth from it and stop with this ego. She just like so angry and she pushed it away. The second angel comes in and talked to her more about it. And then God created another plan, seeing all this. God gave the order to Samael, which is, by the way, Samael is the archangel who rules the seventh heaven, and he's the ruler of love. So he told Samuel, I want you to go there and do as I said. Show Lilith what love is. So, hi, Maria. Well, that's good to drive and listen. Just listen, but don't look. All right. Be safe on the road for it. So, Lilith, hi, Diana. Thank you for seeing you here. I loved it. I missed you yesterday. I was looking out for you, and I don't know. That's uh, uh, hi, Purity Passion. Thank you for coming in the chat for it. So Samuel went down to Lilith and put the love within her. They fall in love for it. Um, so when they fall in love, Lilith begin to produce more and more kids, more and more kids to it. And when Samuel decided to stay here and fulfill the mission from within, that is kind of like an explanation of how a toxic personality choose an angel. And Samuel and Lilith create this union for it. The secret part was that God sent Samuel to show her what he had for her, what Adam was originally created for it, but she did not see it within him. Lilith still mad about God, and when they populate the earth, for it, a lot of the females carrying this Lilith from within them, this shadow part of Lilith. She has a secretive parts. She uses seduction. She used this feminine energy of manipulation. I will do this, and then he's gonna do that. He's gonna get this. Lilith's counterpart, what actually is a Chiron, which is the wounded warrior. That is a Adam in astrology. So in astrology, Lilith, it's pretty much represented by the black moon in your chart. Um, According to the legends, Lilith was going around and she was if the kids didn't had certain things for it, she will be demonized them, and they turn to a dark entities, and down the road the kids become toxic for it. In some of the cultures, is like they don't allow the outside people to see the newborns for it because of fear that they might pass the dark identities into the baby for it, which is they are blaming Lilith about it because she wants to have more and more like her to rise against God for it because she created this plan as revenge of the creations of God. Some of the things was that during the Saint Inquisition, a lot of the females fought in this uh, category. They were burned down by the Catholic Church because of this. There was a lot of popularity back then of certain feminine magics to manipulate the mans and specifically priests, and they were kind of having a high rise on this for it. So they destroyed all these witches, so to speak. And but down the road now, when we're looking at it, we're looking at this toxicity from within. Looking at the chart of someone and the correlations of Lilith, we see the type of personality that Lilith brings in. Lilith can be a positive if there is a trines or sextiles, which is helps you to detect the negative part of Lilith within others. Okay, but if Lilith has a negative aspect, that can lead to a certain things. I can't give you, so much astrology information because of with what planet, what it does. But astrology wise, Lilith, a kind of like everyone knows that her house, okay, that she's belonged to, it is Scorpio. There is a the darkness from within. There is a the seductive, the secretive, that seeks revenge, to be her own will, a lot of pride, and usually double-faced demon from within. Hi, CJ. Thank you for being in here. Um, her life from within you, because we all have that dark shadow side. This is a Lilith actually represents this shadow from within. This is the shadow that needs to be healed. There is a the things that you don't tell nobody. That is the things that you use that feminine energy, even if you're masculine. You use that feminine energy or of things. Depends on what zodiac sign is. I will give you some informations for this for Lilith. You will be seen for it. I mean, if you need astrology reading, you guys know I'm available here. Heather, how do we heal this shadow? The shadow, Heather, it's healed by repentance. Go back and to repent, confession, and that confession has to be to God, though, within divine to increase the divine energy. There is the time when you go back to God and it's like, now I understand. You give me the gift of looking at other people's shadows so I can heal them, not to damage them, not to use it for personal gain. I have to admit my sins. That is the power of from within your soul when you look at it, that shadow, when you confess. Okay, the power of confession is this, that it's connected with the truth that God seeks. And when that truth comes in with actions, then God brings back the divine from within for it. So, talking about accountability of who I was. Um, if you take it that this is who you are, Heather Marie, just wait for me to finish and I will talk more about it. Accountability for her actions was that God talking to her within her soul. But she's like, I know what I am. I know I love from within me. I know I fall of grace, and I know I have to seek the divine light from within. I know all this. And hi, Christine. Uh, and Lilith in you, it's actually can be used in two different ways, the positive or the negative. Either you use your Lilith for positive side or for the negative side. It's all depends of uh, your first of all, where is your Lilith in the chart, and the second of all, the aspect that makes with the personal planets. That's a Mercury, which is communications, Mars, which is your aggravations, Venus about love or lust, and with the rest of the planets is connected more about growth, which is Jupiter, if it affects your growth in life. If that is a Saturn, that is a that secretive things. You will fight with secretive things, but you also will learn the secretive things within people. Uranus, that is the divine connection for it. You will see people who are divine. You will probably will seek a way of kind of like prevent that divine line, because Lilith is afraid of the divine. The Lilith worst nightmare it's God and the truth within God. That's what this is. For it. Uh, uh, Lisa, yeah, I will talk about astrology things and answer your astrology questions right after that. So, Lilith, once he repents the truth from within, she's going to regain the grace. And from this toxic environment that she becomes the healer. She was originally designed to heal Adam, not abandon him. And that's what Adam still feel this abandonment from within. Adam still feel this abandonment within, deeper from within. A lot of the masculine, they have the angel and Adam issue. A lot of the feminine have the Eve and the Lilith issue from within, how to act and react. But there is some problems when there is a divine feminine body, but it's a divine masculine energies from within. And people with this, with the divine masculine, if you date female with the divine masculine and they have a strong Lilith from within, now you're talking about the female that wants to be a controlling, specifically within a work-related environment. Those are very strong, skillful leaders that they don't give a damn about people, but they give a damn about profits within the company. They may you be in a very highly political past. There could be expressed as a highly political women's in life in general. They love the control. They love the attentions for it. And this energy can be different within the male. If there is a male's energy and it's also masculine energy, it's got a powerful Lilith. That could be a leader within a company who says, fix it and I don't care how. They just running away. They just giving orders. Typically toxicity within life. For it, usually those people have a hard time cooperate with others, because Lilith never cooperate with nobody. Lilith cooperate from within. And her biggest lesson is when she learns to cooperate with others and find her inner peace and soul. For her, the mission is to find the inner peace from within herself first, and then repenting to God and be truthful. And then she's going to turn into this beautiful divine being as she is. You need to understand God created a Lilith in a very beautiful way, but she wanted to use the gift for her own. And God would not allow that because it's a divine power. That's why some of the healers for it, you may see them like dark. The reason they're dark is because they understand the power from what Lilith, and they see the darkness in you. They won't be able to see the darkness from within you if they don't have it within them. That's why Lilith is one of those positions in astrology. All right, so I want to read you here notes that I have. Okay. Where to start? Okay, we got some stages of work. All right. Lilith and Aries, that leads to a rivalry, competition. For example, you can put the two lovers to compete for you. A lot of game, playing with love. That could lead to anger, even in physical power from within over others. One thing, though, that Lilith in Aries has very that it's powerful. That is a lack of maturity, because Aries is the baby of the zodiac sign. In Taurus, you need to understand Venus controls Taurus. So the backside of here, it's the seductiveness, lack of control due to a lack of material insecurities, fear of abandonment. Don't leave the bull. The bull has to be taken out and taken back home, and somebody has to care for the bull. And if you're female, somebody has to take care of you, all your needs. A lot of the negative side of people who have a Taurus, Lilith in Taurus, that is it, that sometimes they choose to stay in the abusive relationship due to staying and somebody care for them due to their material needs. Lack of boundaries. But if you aggravate that Taurus, that Lilith and Taurus, oh boy, wait for revenge. Just when you make an aggravated Taurus, he was basically, all right. Gemini. A lack of communication skills. Easily irritate from others' gossips, especially if it's showing up a truth for it. They have a compassion of, they can be creative. Okay. You create a social status. This is like, this part is like, okay, well, I'll show up in the front of everybody, but I will do my own game. Okay. They have a sharp intuitions because of the way it talks. Very seductive with words could be. Okay. But over the time it's developed, there's going to be a lot of crashes due to over manipulations and gossips, gaslightings about others. That could lead to very crashes in life, but also at work, because it doesn't matter where that person is. Lilith and Gemini can really, because people will send you a manipulative with words and everything, because you deny something that you said. Okay. In Cancer, need to be careful with Lilith and Cancer. That is a toxic mother from within. You guys experiencing that energy a few days back when the moon, Lilith, and the sun coming in together. I don't have to, you all felt it, right? That was this heavy toxic energy that had so much pressures for it, because this is a cardinal sign of family. When Lilith is in the family, you need to understand Lilith is afraid of commitment. Lilith is afraid that in the family they will discover her who she is. And the biggest lesson here for that Lilith in a Cancer, that is to understand that she needs to become who she is in the name of the family, in the name of the kids. I don't know if you guys watched today's gravitational report. The moon walks into Virgo, and today it's very much healing a time for Lilith to be healed. And by the way, Ray, the force is with you. I have no idea how did you come up yesterday with Lilith, but that's matching what the people needs as is today astrology report. for it. If you guys haven't watched it, it is out on the YouTube. Not in this channel, but it's in the Astrology Astro Viber 1111. All right. Um, Lilith in the family is toxic. She creates a this environment of striving perfections for the kids. Basically, my kids has to be perfect. That perfections, no excuses. But also can lead to using the kids for her own use. Okay. Um, that can lead to a crashes in life. She might lose the relationships because of overdoing manipulation within the family. A lot of control can also lead to a lack of understanding what family is. Okay, she's been looking for herself, not for a family, and now the family becomes a burden for it. So uh, due to her perfections within family, she's never wrong until crashes don't come out and God doesn't comes in and tells her, look your family. Is he happy family? No. What about your kids? Take a look within this. And it's going to talk about into the shadow. And that is one of the lessons that some of the Liliths are changing themselves because of family. And today astrology report was great for this. Hi Nick, thanks for coming in. Morning to you. Crow girl, Lilith influenced narcissistic woman, the Jezebel spirit and the influences is negative. Yeah, the Jezebel spirit, that is the other thing about Lilith, but I didn't want to talk about this for it. Um, Diana. Yeah, you guys know. Some of you, it's so good that some of you knows your charts and some of you knows things. And now it's so funny when you guys kind of like getting this informations on it. Thank you for all this. Lilith and the family can be, if it doesn't go her way, she likes to bolt out for it. Also within the family, she likes to run away so she can be chased too. But she needs to learn that sometimes people with Lilith who has no negative aspects, it's all positive though. That could be a personality that stays in the family and allows to be abused. There is a personality that stays in the family and allows to become a toxic and stay toxic just because of family. Some of the negative sides of this is allowing family members to be toxic against her because that's what she thinks love is for it. Leo, Lilith and Leo seeks a constant attentions, demanding attentions and admirations. How beautiful, how I have memories as a child of my mother and Lilith, and it's very, very scary. More reason all by myself, no problems, fine, divine. Yeah. Thirst for people to be used. Lilith liked it to have a servants once there was, so they serves to her. Some of her servants, she used it for. It's similar like Medusa. She wanted to have a servant so she can be reproducing more and more. So that way she will go against the plan of God because of the revenge. The Lilith and Leo, it's crash life in there. Some of the Leos are never happy because they're never satisfied from within. Until there is no crash downfall with the Lilith and Leo, uh, they know they are born to be the king. One of the best part, if there is no negative consequences in Leo. This is one of the part that the divine feminine energy that was giving into Leo can rise up and can fight this toxic shadow from within. But if there is a negative things, Leo by nature is a narcissistic personality within the charts, because they wants to control, because Leo lesson is to become not the ruler but become the leader. There is a destiny to learn in that lifetime how to become a leader. Okay. Virgo, very strange things for it. Might be good time to release my cheese bell video on YouTube channel. Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Even share it on my Facebook, Nick. All right, or text it to me over Facebook. I'll post it for you. By the way, me and Nick have a very good kind of like energy relationship that we look for it, and have a daily conversations about things. So, Nick, I want to say thank you for being here and helping others also with your videos. Virgo, the toxic way of perfection. I mean, this personality is, I mean, everything has to be in place. They are very good for work, but sometimes that perfectionism, it's toxic. It's overdue. Okay. There is nothing perfect in organized chaos. And usually people with having a Lilith in the Virgo in the negative way, they strive for professions. They can be very seductive using their Lilith skills to seduce a higher level of person, to seductive from within, and they can be gaining professional possession position through a Lilith there from within them. Lilith, it's can be a very manipulative, highly controlling, due to create a extreme environment for perfections. Uh, that perfection can create a lot of jealousy, and some of the people who have a Lilith and Virgo, they can be a very dark from within. If there is a positive aspects within Virgo, Lilith is actually represents the healer. The person who have a positive aspect in Virgo, they know how to heal this right here. They know how to regain the power of the divine from within. Okay. Usually, that's people who work in the medical fields. They can have a Lilith within them. Those people can be having a lot of life problems, but they know that by healing others, somehow they healing themselves. Okay, finish with this. Page number 2. Libra. Lilith and Libra is toxic to find balance in the relationship. Basically, there will be no balance due to a control freakiness. They create a strong partnership, but over the time is not strong enough for them, since Lilith is not satisfied within the relationship. There is a non-satisfactions of who the partner is for it. But they have also Lilith have unrealistic expectations about within the relationship, and that is the position where Lilith rebel against God, because it's the seventh sign. It's the sign of God, the relationship with God. She broke that relationship because she was not realistic to herself. She took that her powers that God gave it to her, he can take her away. He did, and all she left is with the shadow. That's what Lilith represents, the shadow from within for it. So Libra is the cardinal sign about relationships, and here it's that if you have a Lilith in Libra, you probably understand that you have a lot of downfalls in the relationships. If you have a positive aspect with Lilith, you probably can work into the judicial system. You see the darkness from within. You probably will see the darkness of others. Jobs that they involved could be a psychologist, psychiatrist, could be also into the medical field due to highly ability to understand the problems for it. Uh, so my Lilith is in Capricorn. So I'm a Libra, but my Lilith is in Capricorn. See, guys, that I'm talking about when you're born, Lilith was somewhere in your chart. Doesn't mean that if your sun sign Libra, you have the Lilith there. No, your Lilith is somewhere, in some place. And if you know your chart, you can look at your Lilith, what represents, okay, and what is your aspects are for. Okay, where was I? Yeah, there you go. Scorpio. A lot of the astrologers, it's not official, but a lot of astrologers think that that is the home of Lilith. That is the underworld. That is for the people who fall of grace. That is the place of secretiveness, because Scorpio, they always keep secrets. Specifically, Scorpio keep always one secret from Libra. But Libra is a cardinal sign of truth, and they always find the truth. So those two signs, you need to understand. In the astrology, there is a one thing called the Via Combusta, or the burned road. That is the burned road begins from, some says, from 13 to 13 degrees of the 13 degree of Libra to 13 degree of Scorpio, or 15 degrees and 15 degrees of Scorpio. Someone even said it's from 20th. It's nightmare. Everyone have their own interpretations for it. But the burned road, that it's when people burn the bridges of the relationships and they go into the darkness for it. So within those two zodiac signs for it, when you burn bridges, you go into the darkness. And Lilith is burned the bridges with the divine and Adam, and went into the darkness in the Scorpio. So that's what one of the esoteric part of getting that Lilith home zodiac sign in Scorpio. That it's where the sex and the death coexist for her. She likes to be this secretive, seductive, lack of intimacy, but full of lust. Plenty of seductiveness, manipulations, and over manipulations. Increasing the way of life by being fully in the control. Everything to the last bit it is. In negative aspects, that can be a totally manipulator on every area of life. Totally for it with that Lilith. In the positive side, though, that could be a person who heals their Lilith, and that could be the part when it comes in the dark night of the soul from within Lilith, that she repent, she confess, she tells the secret out and she asks for forgiveness. That is if you have something within, if you have Lilith in Scorpio or something with the Scorpio related to it within a chart, usually Lilith asks for the forgiveness from within. So, Sagittarius, Lilith, that is you find out Lilith within parties. She likes to party. She's the party animal. Okay, she loves the exotic connect locations. She likes the luxury items. She loves the everything that could be gained from it. Of plenty of attentions. Love to be in the public eye. That kind of like a personality that it is celebrity in a toxic way for it. Likes to show off, and the nose it's more bigger than everything. She likes to manipulate everything, and sometimes she's like, "Well, I don't have the money that I need, and I have to do everything that I need to do." And yeah, I mean, I'm the victim here, and we gave her the money and then bolts out. Okay, there is a lack of accountability here with that negative side of Sagittarius. If you have a positive aspect within a Lilith within Sagittarius, you're probably working as a journalist, or I have to look some celebrity profiles when I'm talking to you like this guy, so I can give you a celebrity thanks for it. So that is the journalist who exposed secrets. Usually, people who have a Lilith in Sagittarius, those are a journalist who have no fear to expose the darks from within and speaks the truth and point out they have no problems of doing this. Okay, so Capricorn, 6 power, control, authority figure. Success in the relationship is downfall due to attract toxic people. Lacks of emotional connection, replacing the workaholism, not to deal with the problems. Toxic to its own personality itself. That what Lilith and Capricorn is, because that is the work force from within for it. I have that, and I work so much not to deal with the problems. Don't see it, a lack of boundaries from within you. But it's very toxic when it comes to work, because the focus within getting the work done is turned into a toxic environment in there, and some of the things that needs to be properly done for it is toxic. Okay, if Lilith has a positive aspect in Capricorn, that can lead to a people who does a medical fields, and everything has to be sterilized. Those are the doctors. They're arrogant, but they're perfect at what they do for it. Hi, Kush. Thank you for being here. Also, depends on what your house lit is. That can lead into this push other people for perfections, but sometimes it's too much of a push for it. Unbalanced there, that Lilith is can lead you to a lot of fall downs within the relationships due to focus on the work, not in the relationship. Aquarius. Hi, Antonia. Thank you for being here. Здравей. Aquarius. That is the Lilith that it's rebel. She is usually total rebel. She don't conform with anything about anything. Okay, nothing in the society can feed her through. Hi, Jenny. Thank you for being here. Easy to get bored. She always looks for something new, for a new way to does things. If she is bored, she creates problem. This is like if everything is okay in life, well, life is bored. I have to create problems. I'll figure out how bad problems I can create. That is the dark side of a Lilith in there. However, the positive side of here of Lilith and Aquarius is finding the new ways that other people have Lilith from putting them down. Very intuitive on that positions and finds the new way how to continue evolution for it. Some of the people who have a negative side of Lilith, that is the discard within Aquarius. It's kind of like I need something new. I don't need you. That is the type of mentality of Lilith is like I don't need you, and she discarding Adam. She thinks that by discarding others, she doesn't realize discarding herself. And here in Aquarius, that is at the moment when Lilith begins to think the new way. That continues doing this, you're never going to solve the problem from within. A lot of lack of understandings and of relationships because she understands something and then she looks for something else to understand, something new to understand from within. Hi, beloved Empress. Pisces, mystic, silent, manipulative, planning to sweep the rug under your feet. Do not like to conform. It's conforming only with that she knew what step took before and to create the steps that you are going to take so she can do whatever it is. Here, it is the two sides of the truth. Is like a lot of use of maybe if there is a never concrete decision or actions done for it in the negative aspect. This is where the Lilith from within thought about her spirituality, that she confused that God bless her and is going to leave her the gifts. That was the moment that during that end of cycle happens. But this is also the house where the Lilith will actually ending her cycle to be reborn and to look deep with in the mystic relationships. If you have a Lilith and Pisces, you're probably looking for God, and you might find that some of the narcissists who are into the religion as a priest and so on, and they are so pushing the religion for you, or kind of like they calling you, what do you mean you're not coming to church? You have to come to church. God is like this. That's what Lilith is in Pisces. Okay, so I guess this is what I have for you. I mean, that's about 50 minutes video talking about Lilith. I hope Ray Skywalker is going to be satisfied from within. By the way, clap for her because she did a very good job. All right. Yeah. Wow. Did you like it, Ray? Read my mind. Yeah. We're usually reading my minds here. Hopefully, it doesn't happen like yesterday. Chat was all over the place, and there was a lot of things. I would love to, keep good order within the chat room, but you guys see it. Our chat room here, it's a little different now. So yeah. All right. Okay. So I guess it's that time of taking the questions right now and looking at what do you guys have. Just give me a second, guys. Don't write until I read all the questions, because later on I'll get distracted. Lisa, after the video, find me so I can look at your chart. I know I have your chart, and we are going to look at your Lilith issues and the questions. So we can go ahead and see it. For many that play black magic use Lilith for against others, but if you're a sharpshooter, just telling the truth, Lilith, I embrace sign Scorpio is my ascending sign. Yes, Diana, that was the key in there, that God puts people who are within Scorpio, or they have something in Scorpio about the truth when are they telling the truth. I have two planets in Scorpio. That is a Mercury, and I know a lot of people don't like me when I get the dirty, the secretive parts out for it. I have a Mercury in Scorpio, but I also have Venus in Scorpio for it. So I bring the secretiveness part of love out, but also I bring shine from within Scorpio. And yeah, I get myself in problems sometimes with this Scorpio, because yeah, it is what it is. That is the one part. It's that physically, Venus in Scorpio, it has its lowest point. I mean, that leads to kind of like closeness, hermit mode. That leads also to demisexuality as well. So if you have, something within there, yeah. But Lilith is really, can be within this energy. I remember a child of my mother and Lilith energy. Yes, toxic mother is very bad, because if you had a toxic mother, can passing that energy of Lilith to you for it. Or even, I know yesterday we talked about Sophia. I just felt her energy, that something had to do with her father or father figure. And that is when the mother or the father figure damaging, they wounded, and it's wounding the inner child. And then that wounded child never grows up and turns to be the same as them, because that is the power of that Lilith for it. So, all right. I know you are Libra. I know you are Libra, so was my mom. Perfect definition, deal of Lilith and Libra. Thank you. Ha ha ha. Thank you, Diana. Okay. Lilith and Capricorn. Yeah, Crow. You probably understand that you are probably when you do your job, you are highly perfectionism. But also due to your perfectionism, you probably put other people down. That could be one toxic traits for it. So below it, Empress. My Lilith is in the 10th house, Pisces. Oh, that could be a very manipulations at work. Below it, Empress. That could be using a manipulative tactics. That could be on the negative side. That could be a kind of like using the other people's weaknesses against them, just so you can make yourself looking good, so you can advance within the profession. but also that could be finding excuses that others are the way they are, and that's all you have, and that's what you work on. And so you didn't point that the problem could be because if you're a manager or leader at work, that could be because you are bad yourself. You know what you got. You didn't make the right decisions for it. You were just wanted to play the mind games and succeed your own agenda. And sometimes the manipulation don't work. And now they asking you for accountability, and you are like, so very careful if you have a Lilith in the 10th house. Um, okay, let's say um, uh, Sam, okay. Dio, have I have a chance to look at Lindy Cowell latest YouTube Twin Flames quantum black hole dynamics? Can you watch the review? Need to know your perspective on it. I have Lindy Cowling on my subscription list, but I never saw what she was talking about, the black hole dynamics. I'll have to dig into it, Rihanna. Thank you for it. Juliana Tosca, do you remember where I have Lilith? Of course, Juliana, I have your chart. I do, and we can talk about it after this, or message me sometimes for it. I can give you hands up for it. So she brings out the wounded to be healed. That is her main lesson, Sam. Lilith wants it healed. Okay, she becomes something unimaginable. That is a, like, if you look at it within the tarot, that is the rising shining star of God, but that is buried deep within the chest of Lilith. That is a to look from within. Usually Lilith looks from everybody else, but not deep from within. It's the same thing with the people. People looking for love and God every place else, but they don't look from within. It is the same applied to Lilith. Okay, in order the Lilith to gain the blessings against with God, she has to discover and rediscover God from within. Usually that happens only if it's a lot of downfalls in life for it. Toxic people, they don't just change on a day, but within the soul, within the love, with looking from within, they can use the soul to heal, and they understand with their mind that they were toxic. And at that point, those are the people who they go ahead, they make a public announcements about their wrongdoing. They understand that they're maybe not going to get confession, they're not going to get the forgiveness or so, but they understand they have to find this forgiveness from within. Usually, those are the people who understand the wrongdoings, and they are felt like um, uh, by using that, what happened to them, they go and empower other people for it. This is when you face your darkness and you help heal your darkness from within, helps others. But that is a not very many people can do that from within. Okay, Lilith and Libra trine Sun squares the Moon trine Mercury. CJ, that is about relationship, a lot of connecting with the mother and the father figure. That's mean that if your Lilith is in Libra, it is about relationships, but also can create the mother-father situation effects of however their relationships was over you. You maybe have a lack of boundaries and allowing toxic people to taking advantages of you, especially if it's related to a relationship. Uh, so you'll know what to know her message. Believe me, important message. All you guys need to watch her latest came out today. All right, we are gonna watch Lindy Cowling. So she just produced it. Oh, that's why I haven't watched it. So that is about CJ. I can give you a suggestion. Alchemy of Balance, Master of the Ninth Arch. This degree teaches that 13th degree. Teaches the difficulties of danger, however great, should not be determined the true and faithful brother from progression onward on perfections. It teaches the great truth that the finest things in life come only as the result of a constant and often painful effort. Alchemy, what 13 degree is this? I think I know what book you are taking it from it. That was your Lilith, right? Alchemy. Was that what you're posting? Yeah, that is a part of the book that I'm right now working with and continue to improve on my astrology skills. Uh, uh, yeah, um, I remember what. Yeah, yeah. So each degree of the zodiac sign has a meaning for it, and for I think that's what it was, the Master of the Ninth Arch that you're referring to. Nice, very nice, Nick. Thanks. That's kind of like a good thing for it, but it's very, very kind of like what do they call the bullseye for. So yeah. So look at your shadow side, heal it from within with love, truth, happiness. Because when a Lilith shines out, that is the time when the new star is born into the sky, or what they called the supernova. That's what this is. The supernova is born when the Lilith it's reborn. She regained her light from God, from it in, and then she shines bright, like she was meant to shine bright and give life from it. Shadow definitely has a better sense of humor than the light. Humor. Let's say a humor. I didn't call it humor. Mostly, I would call it a seductive sarcasm. If you ask me about it, usually those are the jokes. They are sexually expressed for it. Oh yeah, dear. Lack of boundaries my whole life, but I'm aware of it and learning to set boundaries, how to do it with balance and emotions. Yeah. You're welcome, CJ. All right. I think we did a good video today. What are you guys going to think about tomorrow? By the way, I'm going to do the astrology report sometimes today afternoon. But first, I'm going to go take a break for it, because today's energy, the divine energy, is very strong. They're healing. Tomorrow, there's going to be some divine energies healing again. And please take a time for yourself to look your shadow. Okay. So yeah. All right. Who's gonna pick it up? What are we gonna talk about tomorrow? I'm gonna need a new page, by the way. Just need to write it down. What I need. You guys welcome. You guys mostly welcome. Okay. I appreciate everything that you guys do, and that's what we're here for. We're doing our job, and it is what it is. Yeah, that was a good session. Oh, you want me to watch the video and discuss the Lindy Cowling's video? Oh, come on, Diana. Okay, I will put it on my to-do list to watch the video, and we'll talk about tomorrow if we're going to talk about over it. How about that? Because it's going to take me like a day or two to process the information. Okay, it's not just like yeah, I'm going to watch it till tomorrow. I want to talk to you because maybe the universe is going to give me some new information a day or two later when I get into it. I'm not just rejecting you because of anything, just kind of like homework. Yes, you got to do your homework. Exactly. I really need to get this Facebook account set up and then contact you. Thank you today. Very interesting. Yes, Skywalker. It's about time to get out of your shell and show your force. I think it's time for you. Darkness isn't the laughing matter. The light finds the humor in the dark matter, as the darkness never overcomes the light. Yeah, Marshall. Yeah, it is what it is. Man, that word, it is what it is. At some point, the people, they were like, they were really on me. It is what it is. It is what it is. And people don't like you because of this. It is what it is, because that is the truth. The ultimate truth is the truth, and it is what it is. And a lot of the people try to repaint things of the things that it is, but it can't, because the truth is ultimate, and the ultimate truth, it is what the ultimate truth is. And that's why when you say it is what it is, guess what? You know, deep from within. So okay. By the way, the moon is in Virgo. Tomorrow, it's pretty good idea about healing. So, guys, thinking about what do you need, as far as if we can do a healing something or work within that. My ex hated it is what it is statement makes me laugh how much you laugh. When I point out the truth to some people and I say it is what it is, I know what the expression is. Yeah. You touch their shadow side with the truth, and the shadow begins come out of the darkness. I hated it at first as my twin rejected me, but it is what it is. Oh boy. Yeah, everything has two sides of the coins, right? Now you illuminated that not everything for it. If somebody says there is no force in this world, I don't think so. Ray, you know what it is. I know. Isn't that funny? We don't even see each other. We don't know that much each other, but we feel the energy, communications, and yeah. All right. And people say the mirroring don't work. They don't know how to use it in a positive ways. All right. So tomorrow, the healing power of divine light. Big topic. Big topic. Big module. All right. Most twin flames don't even know their full power. Yes, Marshall. The twin flames, they're getting their power with the truth. The more truthful they become, the more powers they gain. That is one of the lessons for it, because the ego sabotaging by they living into the shadow, into the light, and they cannot inheriting their full power. For example, if it's someone struggles for powers issues, they're using the light to have the power instead of digging the power from within as a twin flame and rise up that power and using it for really to become a leader. That is every zodiac sign has a lessons. Okay, Aries has to grow. Taurus has to stop being only gaining these material things. Gemini lesson, it is about it's doesn't take the friendship all the time personal, that everything has to be about them. The Cancer has to stop being disperfections within the family. Let the family, the most important part is to be loved, not to be controlled, and what family should be by their perceptions. Leos, they have to become this wise kings, not this tyrant king and queen or whatever. Virgo, they have to learn to heal, not to wound people, mainly for it. Libra, they have to stop being judgmental, but they have to be express themselves as a corrective actions, correction. Okay. Scorpio, stop hiding the secrets, be truthful. Sagittarius, stop looking within the past and go forward. The biggest part of Aquarius is using the old ways to create something new, power of creation, not looking someone to give them something new so they can use it, someone else's knowledge. That's why Aquarius, they are most into, they create the most inventions. They inventive for it. Capricorn, stop with this work. Okay, stop with this profession things. When are you going to pay attention to your own self? Okay, for and Pisces, it is about get a life, improve yourself so you can have a better life. Okay, close this this cycle. Begin more lovable, begin more open, stop being this secretive, mysterious parts and hiding yourself. Go be in the light. So for it. Yeah. Yesterday video, specifically the second part was, yeah, you got it, and you did good. Yeah, you did good. But the first part, I would suggest you to watch. The first part is very good for it. Hi, Sophia. So we're about to finish up here. Sophia, sorry not about it. So tomorrow we are going to be ending with. Tomorrow we're going to go ahead and talk about the healing power of the divine light. And I want to finish this with you. Look at your Lilith from within. Begin to love her. Begin to understand Lilith from within you. And begin to understand that we all have a Lilith. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. The question it is to become that reborn star from within, to find your divine powers. So that's what, guys, I'm leaving you. For those that I said, please find me on the Facebook, message me. We'll set some time to talk. And guys, we'll see you tomorrow at same 4 p.m. time. We're going to talk about healing, the power of divine light. I wish you a happy Sunday and everything. Acceptance, exactly. You need to accept of the things there from within you. Thanks, Nick. And Nick is going to share his video as well. By the way, you know what, Nick, I will talk for a few more minutes. Why just not go ahead and share your video here in the chat so the people can't actually have it. Also, yes, let's share some the love. Love heals everything. When Lilith understands the God's love from him to her, then the Lilith understands that power of divine from within. That it is the moment when the divine energy walks inside and restores the soul from within. That's why some of the people who talk about Jezebel, that she's a soulless, because God took that soul away from it. And some of the psychology traits, when they're tracing narcissists, they say that they don't have a soul, or the soul, it's kind of like empty. They actually represent that as a bucket with a bunch of holes. Doesn't matter how much you put in, it just falls out. It can't be fulfilled. And the inner part of Lilith is to heal herself from within, to caught her red flags, basically to find the holes from within, to increase her soul by looking and repenting from God and the love that God has for her, and then she gets her redemption from it. So had it on the back burner. All right, okay, Nick, if you had your video on the back burner, then please, when you get it done, share it with us. And guys, thank you so much for everything, for the support, and that you guys being here. And I will go ahead and answer your astrology things over Facebook. All right, guys, thank you so much. Jezebel is desperate to be loved by any means. Yes, Jezebel is desperate for the love in the soul. The place where God, Adam, and her are together. And she will do anything once she felt that. She will do her inner work. As long she doesn't listen to her ego. She doesn't, as long as she doesn't repeat the same cycle of destruction. Usually people like this, their life goes from one disasters to another, from one disasters to another. For it, until she becomes, and she's like, I had enough. I had enough with this. I had enough of this toxic life. I had enough with the seductions, with the lust, with the sex, and everything. And then she turns to God, and God gives her back the redemption for it. But not many people can do that because it's a huge amount of work. But Lilith can change for a couple of times for it. All right, guys. Well, that's it. We can talk for Lilith, I guess, for another 4 hours. But I got some things that I need to do, and I go meditate for a little bit, and after that, I'm going to do the weekly astrology report, which is probably going to be up here. We're going to talk about what's going on next week. So stay tuned, and guys, be in love. Hey, send you some love. Thank you all. Stay in love.